Hi there, and welcome back to another video on how to use Decklit. My name is Luca and I'm Decklit's founder. In this video, I want to show you how the deck page looks like. In the last video, we uploaded our deck test. Here it is in the dashboard. Now, to access the deck page, we can click on View Deck. And before we start, we're prompted with a pop-up that simply tells us to use Start Live Session to begin the live presentation and sync slides for participants, and Join Call to only connect to the call. In this case, I'm going to click Do Not Show Again. Starting from the top, here we have our title, Test, and the number of slides. To scroll through the slides, you can either use the buttons here below, or you can simply click on any slide in the thumbnails located below the deck to jump straight into any slide you would like to see. Moving towards the right, we have the participants. In this case, it's just me. And then we have the three dots menu. Now here we have a bunch of features that I would like to show you one by one. Deck Room is going to open in a new tab. As we've seen also in the dashboard, this is a feature that I would like to show you in a separate video, but it contains all the analytics, AI summaries, comments, Q&A, and feedback of the deck. The Disable Video Call button removes the Join Call button from the view. This is quite handy when, for example, presenters are using other traditional tools such as Zoom or Teams. In this case, I'm going to give it a try. And we are prompted with a pop-up where we asked whether we want to confirm. In this case, just for the sake of showing how it works, I will click confirm. And here we go. The video call disabled successfully. Then if I want to bring it back, I simply click enable video call, confirm, and here it is. Quite seamless. The edit is going to open the editor in a new tab. Similarly to the deck room, this deserves its own video. However, it's quite a handy feature. It basically allows the users, in this case, to modify the deck that they imported already without having to re-upload the entire deck. Meaning you can change the order of the slides, you can upload new slides. And one thing that is worth mentioning, Decklit allows you to upload videos natively. Therefore, we're going to limit the jittering and the delay that usually happens when using, for example, PowerPoint. And it also allows you to add images. And lastly, it's going to allow you to also add some built-in animations. Expand gives you simply a larger full screen view of your slides. Home is going to bring you back to the dashboard, opening in a new tab, not to disrupt the flow. And lastly, Share is going to provide you with the QR code and the access link that you can readily share with your audience or with any late arrival to the presentation without having to go back to the dashboard. When ready to present, you can simply go to Start Live Session. And in this case, you will be prompted once again with a pop-up where I ask you when you want to continue. Bear in mind that you won't be able to make any change once started. In this case, I'm going to close this. Next to the Start Live Session button, there is a small arrow, and this one is going to open up the audience navigation features. In this case, we have three options. The Open Free Browsing. This one lets the users browse the deck freely at their own pace. Reveal up to current slide allows users to see slides all the way up to where the presenter arrived, but not to go any further. And finally, Synced, no browsing. This doesn't allow the user to scroll through the slides independently and just to stick to the live session. I'm going to close this. We can move on now to the side. Here we have a box to ask or comment. Bear in mind that every comment or question is tied to the slide. So in case I leave a comment here, this is going to be saved on that specific slide. But if I move on to the next slide, obviously the comments in this case are 0. And if I want to leave another comment, it's going to be tied to this new slide. And then we have three tabs here: Slide Q&A, My Notes, and Feed. Slide Q&A collects and shows the questions and comments grouped by the slide they were asked on. My Notes does the same thing as Slide Q&A, but in this case, the private notes are only visible to you. And lastly, the Feed. This is where all the slide Q&As are combined. This is quite handy for a presenter when they want to reply to questions that haven't been replied yet. So instead of going slide by slide, they can simply go through the feed and reply directly from there. And that is the deck page. This is where everything comes together before and during the presentation. In the next video, I will show you how to run a live session from start to finish. And we're also going to use the join call button. As always, to try yourself, go to decklit.com. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.